I am 36 years old this year, and so-called prime age for marriage is passing. I was considering marriage, but one day my mother told me that she asked Sungnim about my marriage, and you said that I'm still a long way from getting married. Is it because I haven't developed myself, or because it just isn't my time yet?
내를 좋아하는 사람 있어요?
Is there someone that likes you?
면접 봤어요?
Yes, there is. Have you interviewed her? I don't know what kind
뭘
of interview you are talking about. Let's learn about that today.
수 없기 때문에
You haven't learned to evaluate yet. If someone who doesn't know how to differentiate meets someone and lives together, you will separate 100%. This is how it will be in the future. You will be separated precisely if you do not live correctly in the future, known as 정법 시대 or 후천 시대. Everything in the world will be separated and then come back together. If you meet as spouses but are not living correctly, you will definitely separate. It's not you, but it's the new energy flow in the world and society. If you don't separate and continue to live together, both of you will face tremendous hardships. Eventually, you will separate. No matter how long you drag it out, you will eventually separate. When our young generation marries, the best outcome is not to fail. If you're okay with failing and separating after living together for about 2 to 3 years, then go ahead and get married. You can get married anytime you want. Go ahead and get married as a practice. What is the purpose of finding a spouse? The reason a man is looking for a woman is because of the principle of yin and yang. Men have the power of yang, but lack the power of yin, and therefore lack wisdom. So men need the wisdom of women. Women may seem powerless, but they have the power of wisdom. Men have power, but they lack the wisdom. Men face society first and do all the hard work and earn money. Then women come along and try to spend the money together. That is why women make their entrance at the end. You have to understand the reason why you want to meet a woman. You should study the right reason why you want to meet a woman. It is okay to date her, but marriage should happen after some studying. If you are 37, what zodiac sign are you? Goat. If you are a goat, you are in the 삼재 period, right? 삼재 means 3 calamities: financial loss, disease, and accident. During 삼재, also known as the 3 calamity cycle, one should stay true to studying. If you are greedy, you will be hurt. This is the meaning of 삼재. They say that 삼재 is followed by 8 difficulties. We need to know the fundamental reason why 삼재 and 8 difficulties come. 삼재 is not always followed by 8 difficulties, but if someone doesn't live correctly during 삼재, nature will strike you precisely. This is 삼재. So what happens if you live correctly during the 3-year 삼재 cycle? God will protect and help you. 삼재 period is your time to study. You need to study earnestly. So this period is 3 years out of a 12-year cycle. These 3 years are meant for you to focus on studying. But if you stray away, nature will beat you up. This is the role of the gods. What happens when you study? What happens when a child studies earnestly during the study period? The parent gives a piece of melon to the child first instead of eating it for themselves. Even though the parents are tired and sleepy, they will protect the child. Parents will provide anything that's needed. Heaven protects us during the 삼재 period. When you study sincerely with effort, the best supporter we have, God, will protect you. Nobody can mess with you. Bad spirits can't intrude on you when you are studying because heaven is protecting you. Dark ghosts can't get close to you. This is the benefit of 삼재 or the three calamity cycle. If you study your deficiencies earnestly during 삼재, you will meet incredible people and allow your life to blossom. This is 삼재. There is no better time than the 삼재 period. We usually think of the 삼재 cycle as something bad. The 삼재 period is a time for you to do something. If someone asks, then should I quit my business and study? No, you should continue your business, but carry on with the mindset of learning instead of only focusing on results and performance. Be humble to others. Listen to them well. Be modest and don't try to state your opinion. Instead, listen to others carefully and think before you act. If you act this way, you will flourish incredibly. Prosperity during the 삼재 cycle may be greater than the prosperity that you have during the regular time period. This is the 삼재. People have interpreted the 삼재 years as 3 misfortunes, but that is only when you act incorrectly. Don't think that you have to get married right now, but it's okay to date a nice person. However, if you marry out of greed, then you will have a problem. To marry, you have to prepare by looking for any incompatibilities between the two of you and treat her with her best interest in mind. You have to spend at least 3 years making an effort to care for her. There is a nature's law for men and women to meet. You don't have to follow it, but at least I have to tell you what it is. We are living in a 3-dimensional world. If you want to befriend someone, your caring and loving actions for them must last for at least 3 years. You have to cherish them and find out their strengths and weaknesses, which will become evident during the 3 years. Their weaknesses may be something that you can help with, or if it is too great, it may be too much for you to handle. You have to think about these things. You also need to look at their strengths and see if it is something that you can help by improving their strengths so that they will shine even more. If you observe them by cherishing and making efforts for 3 years, then both of you will never separate. This is how to live for each other. People are separating nowadays because they did not interview each other correctly. Let me give you an example from the past. Someone liked a girl so much that he said, "I'll make sure you will never starve." The girl liked what he said and followed him. They got married. In the past, when people were poor, the best condition for marriage was to have enough to eat. So when a man said he would provide enough to eat so that they won't starve, the woman went with him. Later on, they end up fighting when the man doesn't take his wife to the movies or eat out at a restaurant. She now complains about it. But what's more unbelievable is that the man tells her, "I told you I wasn't going to let you starve. Did you starve?" Then the woman is left speechless. During the interview, he only promised no starvation. If she's fed well, then he kept his word. He didn't promise her that he was going to do something for her emotional state. That is why they fight when she confronts him with such demand. You need to interview each other very well from the very beginning, like promising to go to a theater holding hands together a certain number of times a year. The key to not fighting depends on how well the two arrange this from the beginning. So they forgot to consider this in the original arrangement. Then they fight again not because of themselves, but because the brother-in-law is giving them a hard time. They didn't bring up the issue of brother-in-law during the interview and putting it into the arrangement. They need to come to an agreement about the brother-in-law because he's causing problems now, and it wasn't discussed during the interview process. The mother-in-law makes spiteful remarks. You have to suffer because you married him without making an accurate evaluation of her. That is why you have to go to your partner's home during the 3 years to observe. You also have to know if you are marrying the partner or marrying into the family. Marrying into the family means that you are going to that family's home. It means that you will be living together with your partner's family members. Then you need to conduct some advanced survey by asking yourself if you can endure your partner's family environment. You need to find out if there are any troublemakers in your partner's household. You should find out about these things so that you will know if you're able to handle them. Men always try to win over women. Men are born to seduce. So men will not mention anything bad and only show the good side. So men entice the woman to marry. Women are always deceived. So when a woman is deceived in today's society, what happens? All this will be discovered and be considered a fraud. She accuses the husband of fraud for not telling her these things before the marriage. In the past, men married women without telling them these things, and women didn't have any advanced knowledge. Women had no choice coming by themselves and suffering tightly enchained. Women lived like this for life in the past. However, things are all open nowadays, and women can live alone. So it's easy to just leave now. When you entice while hiding something, it will all be discovered. If this happens, then you have to separate. That is why you have to make an effort for the other party for at least 3 years. It's considered living together now. Even if you're living apart, it's considered living together. Just because you're sitting in your room, you think you do not see the other's face? You can still see the other's face in your mind even when you are physically apart. You will sympathize and think of the partner even more. This is really the best time. Spend 3 years like this for the benefit of your partner. Don't be greedy. You will separate from each other as much as you are greedy. If you live for the benefit of the other party, the other person can't leave you. If you make an effort to live for the benefit of the other person for 3 years, then the other person will spend the rest of their life with you. So I'm saying that it is not too late to marry after you have studied these principles first. If you haven't done these things, then start now and try at least for 1 year. If you marry after that, at least you will be worry-free for 30 years. If you make an effort for 3 years and live worry-free until 100 years of age, then with 1 year of effort, you will be worry-free for 30 years. So do not be greedy, but use wisdom to discuss with your partner and go forth. Then you will never separate. This is how things are. So young people should not marry so hastily. You need to find a partner who will benefit each other. Therefore, you and your partner's future will unfold and live a fabulous life. Do you understand?